Alright guys, it's about time that I jump into the lovely nuke and cook your combos. A couple weeks ago I announced that I'm going to be rating viewers' knife and glove combos. You can submit them on Discord, and I've got about 25 here that I'm going to go through. We're going to have a look at it, we're going to give it a rating, and I want you guys to give me the thoughts in the comments down below. Before I start, what I want you guys to do is let me know in the comments down below, what would you rate my current combo out of 10? It is amphibious gloves in field tested with a CS2 Stiletto Doppler. I'm interested to see what you guys think of this, and now let's cook your combos. Now, as always, the YouTube members do get first dibs at this, and we've got one submission, and it's from Itachi. Now, he sent it in and said it is the budget tea with milk and sugar combo. Now, I like that we're getting some tea with milk and sugar lure dropped in my channel. That's kind of cool. We've got Tiger Strikes here, which I know Itachi has been loving, and then it's paired with the Fade Stiletto. So, what I am going to say is, the Tiger Strikes are looking clean. They're a little bit of a unique glove, but when you can make them work, they work well. Now, it is a Stiletto, which is S tier in my opinion, so I'm going to give it some love for that. However, I'm not 100% set on the Fade being the right pick with the Tiger Strikes. This is the one issue you do run in with the Tiger Strikes. The getting a perfect pairing is a little bit tough. So Itachi, I'm going to say this is like a 7.5 out of 10. I like the idea, I like what we're doing, but it's not perfect in my opinion. And then we have X-Netty. Now, this is his current combo. I know what it is already, but I'll read off what it says in a second here. It is a Broken Fang unhinged gloves with a vanilla survival knife. And honestly, the vanilla survivals look pretty damn mean. And for this sort of black and silver combo, it looks pretty damn good. So he said he has a pair. He had a pair of unhinged gloves with this knife, and he wanted to upgrade it with blue gloves to try and match his loadout better. Now, I'm going to be honest here, and I know some people might think it's weird because these are less valuable than Itachi's combo, but in regards to like a theme, this is pretty much like 9 out of 10, maybe borderline 10 out of 10 in regards to like the theme just absolutely slapping and being that little bit unique. Now, for X-Netty's first step of upgrading, it would be to go to the Moguls, but I'm going to keep it real. This is like a 4 or maybe 5 out of 10 for me. I think I always have the issue with the specialist gloves that they wear really badly, especially on the thumb, and that really bugs me. I know that you're saying this probably because it'll pair better with your weapon skins, but in regards to the combo itself, those unhinged with the survival vanilla just look so much better. And then he says this would be the final option for the upgrade, so we are going to amphibious. I'm not sure if they're field tested. I'm going to say they probably are field tested. This is what Snetty said his final step upgrade would be. Now, I will say, it looks better than it did with the Moguls. So I think we're getting up to like that sort of like 6 out of 10 kind of area. I know it's a bit more of a unique combo. Honestly, I know you probably have blue skins, but in regards to the combo, that unhinged survival vanilla, the one you have or had right now, I think it's the best of all three, honestly. Then we have a Diablo's combo, which is going to be Snow Leopards with a Phase 2 Doppler gut knife. Now, the gut knife is a little bit hit and miss for some people because of that brown handle, and that's fine. It is what it is. Pink gem Dopplers are absolutely fantastic. I love them, so I like seeing this. I'm also a big fan of the Snow Leopards. Now, these ones are fairly worn. I'm going to say we're probably high field tested into the well-worn side of things. And for me, I'm going to say, much like Itachi's, this is like a 7.5 out of 10 combination. The finish on the knife is good. Unfortunately, it's the gut knife, and it's just one of those ones that the brown handle can hinder a little bit. But the white and the pink can look pretty damn good together. And I can see we're going green here. This is Terminus Evander. Now, he said, right now I'm happy with this combo. The only thing I want to change is the gloves with a better web, but still clean. Now, this is an incredibly clean combination, but it runs into like the same sort of issue that I detailed in a couple of other videos recently, where the Emerald Web Green and any of the Gamma Doppler finishes, none of them really pair up perfectly, but the gloves are already pretty damn clean, and I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. The only reason it's not higher, because this is an insane combo, don't get me wrong, but there's something that I just don't like how the different greens look together. And Terminus Evander, that's much more a me problem than it is a you problem. Now, we have the Useless Kid, said this is what I'm rocking right now. I know some of you guys won't like it, but I like it, and you know what, mate? I can fuck with this. This is one of those more, I'm going to say affordable combos, because realistically it is. We've got Ursus Roscoe in the battle scarred, a good amount of battle scarred to get that proper brown blade. It's times like this I would complain about the Ursus handle, but for a combo combo like this, we can kind of let it slip. And obviously the main thing here is the brown of the knife then pairs really nicely into the brown of the knuckle. Me, it's not quite the 9 out of 10 I gave the unhinged gloves with the vanilla, but I'd say this is like an 8 out of 10 for theme. Now, Darth Modred has one of the most interesting takes of the law. I'm going to quote this word for word. Because with how good default gloves look, I see no point paying $300 to $500 for barely acceptable gloves, in my opinion. Now, this is a Huntsman Autotronic. Huntsman knives look mean. Autotronic is a nice finish on the Huntsman, so I fuck with that. The agent that's been generated as part of this, I'm not a fan of, and I can see somewhat where you're coming from, that there is an issue at the lower end of gloves. So maybe not all of them look fantastic, but if I'm being honest, while the unhinged aren't perfect, if you wanted to play on the silver element, you could look at picking them up, and they're under $100 field tested. In that same sort of vibe, you do get needle points, and I'll admit they don't look really that perfect with it. But I don't know, maybe like under $200 for field tested blood pressure could be a play here. Your original combo, mate, I'm going to give it like a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry it's low, but that idea of not having the gloves, I just struggled to get behind. Alright, we've got a Nox Enjoyer here. This is from Sim00, my knife, and hopefully soon-to-be gloves to pair. So we've got a skeleton knife scorched here, which is an interesting choice. One of the more sort of value for money, affordable skeleton knives in the game, paired with Nox, which I'm going to assume you're going to aim for like a tier 2, tier 1, try and get them without too much overpay. Honestly, the Nox are a cracking pair of gloves to pick up. Obviously, I ran them for 3 months myself. I'm a fan. Overall, I like this. I guess skeleton is your favorite knife in the game. Personally, I would want to look at maybe a black laminate or a vanilla with the Nox, rather than the scorch. But I can kind of see what you're cooking here. So in the same sort of category as others, I'm going to say this is like an 8 out of 10 combo. Now, there might be a little bit of bias here because Saipine's combo is pretty much bang on what I run myself. This is the Amphibious. Now, it's a very clean pair of Amphibious, and that's based on how badly they tend to wear. And it's then with a Phase 3 M9 bayonet. Now, I asked you guys what you thought of my combination. Whatever you said for that should basically apply here, maybe more because it's an M9 bayonet and it's more expensive. This for me is like 9.5 out of 10. I think the only thing that could get this to a 10 would be cleaner knuckles, but that's a lot more money. So maybe on like that credibility, this is a 10 out of 10 combo. Honestly, the colors come together personally. As I say, I have bias here, but I absolutely fucking love this. This is Saipine's second combination. So Amphibious is the main one because it goes so well with the PS3, but he also picked up a pair of case-hardened Hydra gloves with a significant amount of blue on them to pair with this. Now, this one is, I'm going to say, we go towards that like sort of 7 out of 10. They're definitely a more unique pair of gloves, but obviously, I know you're running them to have that little bit of variability in what you're doing, but those Amphibious, stellar. These, not quite my cup of tea, but I can see where you're trying to cook. Sticking on the blue side of things, this submission is an interesting one because, and this is where I really wish I knew exactly what knife this is. This looks like a Phase 4 Max Purple. That's what I'm going to run with. This is Phase 4 Max Purple with the polygons. Now, for me, the polygons are blue, and this is a very purple knife. So I'm not always 100% on that pairing because I feel like a Phase 3 maybe with a lot of blue would work better with the polygons. But it is a pretty damn clean karambit, and then the polygons are a little bit slept on because people don't like the big Moto Gloves knuckles. But this is pretty solid. I'm going to be real. I think this is much like a Tachi's combo, which is at 7.5 out of 10. Now, I think this one has had a little bit of a mix-up because 91 Xerox submitted this, said it's the Joker-themed combo, which I know what he's referring to because he's got, like, purple gloves with a green knife. But all it's generated is the Emerald Jurmengander. I went through Discord for about 5 minutes out trying to find, like, at least images of his combination, but I couldn't find them in the chat, so Xerox, I'm sorry, mate. Maybe we just need to show some love to you if you can send me the correct links into the chat. I think it literally only had this one link for the deagle, so I'm sorry, mate. Alright, Good True is cooking the sort of brown loadouts. Now, this is a very, very high-felt, battle-scarred Bowie knife black laminate. He's got diamondback gloves, and then he's also got an agent that pairs in with the sort of brownie sleeves. It is agent, by the way, is D Squadron Officer NZSAS. This is a really interesting combo, especially if you're trying to play around with something a bit different, and it's also a color theme that is more value for money, a bit cheaper to do as well. This is his budget combo. He does have a combo he's considering. Oh, I forgot about the rating. Rating for this, you're getting a 7 out of 10, mate. Now, this one is an interesting one from Gucci. This is his one he's considering. It's the hand drop Spruce DD Pat, which I'm kind of happy someone's showing some appreciation towards them, because I do think they're a very good pair of gloves, and they're like good value for money, and they're pretty neutral. He picked a Safari Mesh Skeleton because he wants the green of the blade to pair into those different sort of greeny grey tones of the gloves, and then the Biohazard Agent does also pair in. This, for me, I'm torn between 8 and 8.5. While I don't like Safari Mesh, I have to appreciate the way you're making the combo come together. Also, it's a lot more creative and like unique than a lot of people make. And then he submitted this, which is a combination from a competition that he lost. Now, it's a Lieutenant Commander Specialist Gloves with a case-hardened dual gem talon. So you can see here on this side, we have blue, which obviously pairs into the blue of the gloves. And on this side, we have pretty much full yellowy gold pish gem, which pairs in with the yellow of the gloves. Now, and then also, it's also got this ivory handle, which is probably the closest color you're going to get to the inside of the specialist gloves. The agent, I'm not too sure on. I think maybe you could go for gold accents and pair into that yellow, or just have nothing at all. I'm not too sure on the white sleeves working, but I'm going to say this is a 9 out of 10 combo, because it's a really unique pattern for the knife, and I like how that comes together. Now, lightning set a combo for me to review, and I can only imagine, okay, it's marble fades, and it's got marble fade knife as well. Now, this is a knife, this is a nice sort of like fade pattern on the knife, or marble fade pattern, and the gloves are looking pretty clean. The only thing I will say is marble fade with marble fade, much like fade with fade and so on, is a little bit basic bitch, but it is overall, and it's flip knife, which is the agenda he wants. This is like an 8 out of 10 combo overall, because it's fitting the theme and it's a nice pattern of the blade. He also submitted the Rich Kid combo, which is Vice gloves with a case hardened blue gem. Now, for me, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to go over the top and say this is a 4 out of 10, because obviously it's not. It's very expensive and it's very cool. But honestly, for me, this is like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10 combo. I don't think the blue is the right sort of blue to pair with the Vice gloves. And it's one of those ones, as you say, it's the Rich Kid combo, where it's literally just picking up whatever like the most expensive is, that so you can flex. And really, the visuals actually lack overall in the end. So I'm not keen on this combo. But I hope he's done better with his dream combo, and it is a pair of foundation gloves, and it's the Mango Butterfly Fade, which I am a big fan of. Now, I'm happy to see the foundation gloves get some love. The only sort of question mark around this combo is obviously you do get really heavy pink accents on the handle of the Butterfly Fade, which you don't really get with the gloves, but then the gloves are black, this kind of like, I'm going to say grayish white, it's more white than grey, then with the orange accent. So this for me is like a 9 out of 10 combo. It's not perfect, but foundation gloves don't get enough love, and going for the specific pattern of Butterfly is really nice. Now, Glitchy also submitted 3 combinations. Now, this is the Blood Web combo, and you can see already, he's gone for a really high Battle Scarred flow, Crimson Web Bowie knife, which obviously gets a lot of black, and then the red accents are basically there as an extra. It's then paired with the Blood Pressures. Now, I'm not too sure if I like the blood pressure. I know it's because it's blood and web, and that's kind of like what the theme is. But for me, this is like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I can see where the concept is. I can see where you're coming from, but it just doesn't tick anything off for me personally. His second combo is actually, I didn't expect to see 2 pairs of Tiger Strikes in this video. This is a complementary color combo where it is the orange and blue. Now, this looks like a sapphire, I can't lie, on the Navaja. And then that wooden part of the Navaja does play decently in with the Tiger Strikes. Honestly, I like this more than the Blood Web combo you sent in, but not a crazy amount more. I'm going to give you 6.5 or 7 out of 10. I'm not too sure. I can see the cook, I can see where you're coming from, but I think there's maybe better complementary color combos you could look at in the game. And now we have his actual combination, which is a pair of big games with a rust coat Huntsman. Now, because these big games are, I'm going to say, well-worn or battle-scarred, and it looks like a, is that battle-scarred or well-worn on the Huntsman knife? It actually doesn't look crazy battle-scarred, because you can still see bits of silver, But in this case, that's better because you've kind of got these grayish bits in the gloves. I'm going to call this a 9 out of 10, maybe down to an 8.5. You guys, let me know in the comments down below. Would you say this is 8.5 or 9 out of 10? Now, it's not crazy priced, it's not anything like that, but theme-wise, it definitely comes together. And I think there's some small touches and thoughts that have gone into this that complement it quite well. Oh, we've had an AK generator with this one as well, which is kind of different. We've got those mixed stickers on the red line. But the knife and glove combo is Scarlet Sham sports gloves with a Slaughter Ursus. Now, I love the Slaughter with the Scarlet Shams. That is almost always guaranteed to be like an 8.5 plus out of 10. However, it is the Ursus, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Now, Nolly did put a thing saying, my current combo, going to upgrade knife to an M9 or Karambit Slaughter when I get enough money saved up. Planning on maybe grabbing an Inheritance with some red stickers as a different play AK. Now, I really like the idea of going to an M9 or a Karambit. When you do that, this will basically be a 10 out of 10 combo. It'll be super clean. Absolutely love it. I'm not sure on the second AK being an Inheritance. Obviously, you have the red line right now, and that is like the black and the red. But I think the Inheritance with the gold and the blue, having those with red gloves, might not be perfect. I would maybe say, consider the Empress. Now, this is what Kid has sent through as his current combo on T-side. Now, there is a fuel injector in here with Navi stickers from MLG Columbus. So, while we're not rating the AK skin, I will sort of throw a little bit of appreciation to it. That is nice. It is Omegas, and they are pretty clean-looking Omegas at that, with an M9 bayonet Tiger Tooth. Honestly, I think this is one of the best finishes on the M9 Bayo because it looks so fucking mean and so clean. I am always torn between if the Tiger Tooth is a bit too much of a different shade than the Omegas, but you also have the same issue when you come to the lore. For me, I think this is like a 9 out of 10 combo. I think the gloves are not as loved as maybe they used to be. Tiger Tooth is still, well, it is one of the most liquid knives to buy and sell. Like, and I know that. I still feel like it's one that people will overlook a lot of the time. So, a little bit unique. So, 9 out of 10. And if you haven't noticed, my chair has been going down this whole video. I've, like, definitely lost height for the webcam. I got to sit up straight. This one, I am going to... oh, we've got Omegas. Back-to-back Omegas. Now, this is Sige, I think, or Sige. I am so sorry if I've butchered your name, mate. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. Now, this is what I was saying, where I think sometimes a lure might work better with the Omegas. This is his recently picked up combo, and find a pretty nice wear pattern on the minimal wear Karambit lure. Now, obviously, the corners are going to be scuffed, but the actual main blade itself is still looking pretty clean. The only issue, and this isn't something you've done, this is because Valve have made all the lure knives have this kind of greenish handle. It means that does stick out a little bit awkwardly with the grey and the goldy yellow that's going on here. But much like the Tiger Tooth, I think this is an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10 if you get me on the right day. But there we go. I have rated 25 different viewer combos that you guys have submitted on the Discord. I like doing this every couple months, as well as doing streams where you rate your full loadout. So if you're not already in the Discord and you're not already subscribed, make sure you do both of those so you can see when we are doing videos like this, so you can get involved. And as mentioned, I want to say a big thank you to the YouTube members that continue to support the channel. The likes of Itachi, this time around, he got the benefit of sort of jumping the queue and being the first feature in the video because he is a YouTube member. And just remember, I want you guys to rate my combination, the Amphibs and the Phase 3 Stiletto, in the comments down below. And also, let me know which viewer submitted combination was your favorite from the bunch. And I'm going to stop my waffle there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.